Alright, hey guys. Welcome to Prison Architect. I've had this game like 2 years now. It just now got to be like version 1.0, so they actually sell it on Steam. It was just like an early release uh, kind of thing before, and I played it and it was kind of buggy, so I didn't play a whole lot of it. But now it's actually like a real version and things are working a lot better, so I figured I'd pick it up and play it and show it to you guys. And I guess I'll do a series, because why not? It's fun. But the idea is you're the warden of a prison, and you get people brought into you every so often, and you gotta put them in cells, and you gotta feed them, and you gotta take care of them, and you gotta break up their fights and everything else, and whatever. But it's just run a successful prison. It's like a sim game, like Sim City, but with a prison. Anyway, this is the beginning of the campaign mode. This is the first part where it's like it gives you a scenario and you have to like do it, and it more or less teaches you how to play. So this first bit, the CEO guy, he was just telling me we have a guy at this prison who's been convicted of double homicide and sentenced to death, and we have to accommodate a I think we build like an electric chair, like the room, and we put the electric chair in it. So let's see, first step is to construct the building itself with enough space inside to fit an execution room and a holding cell. Click to continue. Let's get started. Construct a new building here. Also need an entrance to the execution facility. Build a large jail door into the south wall. Alright, so I don't know how this looks on the recording. Yeah, that's actually looks better there than I can see it. Can you even see my mouse pointer here? I guess not. Oh, hang on. I don't have the headset plugged in the right way. There we go. Okay. Anyway, yeah, on my screen these buttons are like halfway off the bottom of the screen because the window is a weird size. Can I change that? Possibly. Yeah. Let's try... Let's see, that's where it's at now. We do, what, 800 by 600? Wonder if that's any better. Not windowed? Maybe not windowed will fix the edges of the screen a little bit. And yeah, okay, cool. That fixed it. Now I can see the names underneath the buttons. Does that show up in the recording? No, it's still a little bit off for the recording. Oh well, it's better. Okay, so we need to go to Foundations, this first button, and we're just gonna build this out of concrete. They cost exactly the same, they just look a little different. Actually, hang on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. The audio is a little loud. Okay, now again. Concrete building, and you basically drag it from corner to corner where you want the walls to end up, and it lays out all the foundation for you. Your workmen are responsible for the construction of buildings. So these are the workmen, the guys in the yellow vests and hard hats. They'll collect the steel and concrete from this storeroom and take it to the construction site. And there they go getting to work, putting in all the walls and the support beams and everything. And it's all in, it's like tile based, so they do everything a tile at a time. They'll use those raw materials to build the foundations and framework of your new building. This is the slowest part of construction, so you should plan ahead when building new facilities. While we wait, take a look around. Or use mouse wheel to zoom. Okay. So while we're waiting for it to... oh, my mouse wheel doesn't work. I'm zooming out. I want to zoom out now. I would like to zoom out, please. You gotta like... Dang it. Is there... controls? No, there's not. Awesome. Okay, mouse wheel, look here. You're gonna zoom out now. Easy. Dang it, no, other way. There we go. Okay, that looks fine. Fighting with this thing. I need to buy a new mouse. Alright, objects. So we want a large jail door. You just click it in the menu, and then you click where you want it to go, and you can press R to rotate the object. So if I wanted it on this wall, I could do that. But we want it there. And if we go over to the right side of the prison is always the road. This is where they bring in all the deliveries and stuff on trucks. So the truck drives in, drops it off here. Let's see, there's a toilet, a bed, bookshelf. This is probably it on the truck coming in right here. No, that's cooking ingredients for the kitchen. Or did I miss it? Was it already there? And I missed it? Unless there was one in storage already, which there might have been. Just for the demo. Yeah, they already put it in. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, it was probably already here. Let's see. Jail bars, lights, doors, beds, bookshelves, a tree. Yeah, it was already there. Alright, so they want us to build a brick wall. You can also do concrete. I wonder if it cares. Can I do concrete? And it's going to take it. Yep, okay, I guess they'll do it. He built one wall section then walked off. Like, nope, get back in there, you got work to do. Here comes the other guys. What were they doing now? I guess they were fixing something? I don't know. Anyway, so on the rest of the screen, top left is this to-do list. That's our things we're currently trying to do. There's a bureaucracy tab that opens up, or you can like hire different people to work in your prison. Yeah, I know. Rotate object for placement, blah blah blah. Press R. Okay. Bureaucracy tab. This is where you buy your warden. You can buy like finance office people, maintenance guy, the foreman, and you can hire groundskeepers and cleaning crew, and you can... This is like the research and development version type menu for your prison, but we'll get into all that later. I'm gonna go and start my own prison after this episode. This is just the show you guys what's up with the game. Let's see, the next one is prison grading. I guess there's not one now. That shows you like how well you're doing based on the success rate of your inmates being released on good behavior or whatever, serving their time and going back out into society. Main menu button, which is like in a weird spot. You'd think it'd be like the first thing. And then danger. It lets you know if any of your prisoners have complaints about things. so you can keep an eye on, like, you can more or less stop a riot before it starts, things like that. This is what day we're on. This is how much money we have right now, and our recent transactions, so plus and minus money. This number here is how much money we're getting per day based on our expenses and our income. So the green number is positive, so we're gaining almost 2,900 gold per day, or gold dollars per day. And it doesn't all hit at once, it does periodically throughout the day. This is our number of guards. That 17 out of 20 means that 17 are actually doing something out of the 20 total that we have. So see, it says here 3 resting. So there's 3 of them just hanging out in a staff room somewhere. And then there's the prisoners, 45 out of 51, which means we have 45 people in the prison. I'll take a drink. 45 people in the prison, and we have enough space to hold 51 safely. And they're all broken down by what type of security that they require. Anyway, and then there's a big giant clock and tells you what time of day that it is. You can change the time, you can pause, go normal speed, faster, and fastest. And I guess that's it for just the main screen here. All these tabs at the bottom are to build things, construct things, hire people, or place people into the world. Like if I wanted to buy a construction guy, I'd go to staff here, and then you can just say workmen. You click there and place them in the world somewhere, and they just get to work. Let's see, so there's foundation, material, rooms. That's where you designate like what you want a building to be. Objects, which is doors, walls, well not walls, like doors, beds, windows, pool tables, couches, chairs, lights, stuff like that. Utilities, that's for electrical and plumbing. Deployment, that's not available yet. That's whenever we get our security guy all settled in, and we can tell the guards to stand in specific spots instead of just wandering around like they are. You can tell, like, you can say, hey you, or hey somebody, go stand right here in this hallway and keep an eye on it, and they'll stay there the whole time. Logistics works out like intelligence for your prison. Lets you see who goes where when, and it lets you assign people to work in your prison. Like you can have people making license plates and stuff. Intelligence shows you where like contraband and stuff is coming from. Whenever you bust somebody and they have like a knife on them, you can see where the knife came from. It shows you all that kind of information, like, oh, he stole it from the cafeteria and he carried it off over here and dropped it on the ground and somebody else picked it up, and things like that. Emergencies, that's if you need like more help than you have. You can call in I don't know, like SWAT, fire engine, riot police, and paramedics if things get out of hand. Clone tool, that's to copy and paste structures. So like if I wanted another shower building like this one, I could just copy and paste it somewhere else. And planning is where you can just like draw buildings and objects and stuff without actually buying the money, or actually buying them or spending the money for them. It just lets you kind of set yourself up to build them later so you know what goes where. Anyway, let's continue here. Go ahead and put the rest of our... Oh, no you don't. If you put something down wrong like that, you can just right click on it and it'll cancel that job. So here they come with them. It might have bought a third one. Let me see if they delivered one. Yeah, it's right there. The truck shows up like instantly when you buy stuff. They show up pretty much instantly. Need to designate rooms within those spaces. Okay, so here's where the rooms tab comes in. So we've got the building all built, but the rooms don't have a designated use yet, so nobody knows what to do with the space. Alright, so we click on the rooms tab, and we have cell in the top here. So we click on that and we just click and drag inside this area, and that room is now going to be a holding cell. And then execution, click that, say this whole thing appears the execution room. And then different rooms have different requirements. So like in the cell, we need a bed and a toilet for that to qualify as a cell. Otherwise it's just an empty room that you're telling people, you know, it is a holding cell. Before they're functional, yeah. Bed and a toilet. The execution room needs an electric chair. Alright, so objects, bed. We're going to put that there. And a toilet. It goes there. Alright. And they'll bring those up. If you mouse over it, see it has a little like caution warning thing. Mouse over it, it tells you all the requirements and which of them that you have fulfilled. And this top one just has to be indoors with an electric chair. I don't know why you would build one this large, but they did, so. Okay, where's our guy with the toilet? I guess we didn't have one in storage. Serving table, bin, bookshelf, jail door, lights, jail bars. Nope, is there a guy coming with it? It's, let's see, bed, contents none. Why is there an empty box? I didn't think you can get an empty box. Is there somebody on the way with this? Oh, I hear it. He's installing it. There it is. Okay, I must have passed him. Alright, now the electric chair. Costs 5,000 to deliver 2,000 volts of justice. And there it is. And I'm going to speed up time until the guy brings it in. There he is. And installed. Now, they're probably going to tell us about power and water. That's the essentials taken care of, but there are still a few improvements you could make. Up to you though, these aren't strictly required. Depends how much you care about your prisoners and their environment. The cell itself could be improved with an outward facing window and a small bookshelf. So yeah, you can put windows and stuff in there and make them happier. Facility would look better with a higher quality floor material like wooden floorboards or mosaic tiles. So yeah, you have floor tiling options, but it doesn't really change anything except for the movement speed of the people in it. And most of them are exactly the same anyway. Like outside in the yard area here, you see these little paving, the walkway stones. People walk faster on those than they do in like dirt or grass. Outside you can add some lighting, paved pathway, if you think it needs it. None of these cells have any lights in them. So here's our guy here. Edward Ramsey. Or Ramsey? A teacher once, would you leave? Not our place to decide if he deserves this. The law has made that decision. We're just here to do a job. So this is basically the guy telling you, like, don't feel bad for him and don't feel guilty. He's already been judged. It's just our job to take care of the things after that. Once you're satisfied with the facility, you can begin the prisoner transfer to his new cell. Click on the Polaroid in his cell to initiate the transfer. So yeah, these things, these Polaroids, you find them randomly on the floor and stuff, and they're just in this newer version. They weren't in my old version of it, but you find them laying around the prison in different places and you collect them. So I already have a few, but since my old prison, it's from an older save, so a lot of the triggers that make the Polaroids don't show up anymore. Like the first time you hire a gardener, I think you get one, things like that. So I didn't get any of that. I got a couple of them, but not really. Alright, the Chief. So here they are, gonna escort him to the... You can't even really see that. Alright, they're basically saying, like, don't feel sad for him, he's got this coming to him. And then there's the story behind it. Guy gets home late after work, I guess, one night, finds his wife cheating on him and kills them all. Here's the guy's nice fancy house. He already had the gun on him. Oh no! Boom. Boom. Both of them right in the head. Then he tosses the gun on the floor and runs off. Alright, skip. Good work so far. However, there is one problem. The execution room isn't functioning yet because it doesn't have any power. Well, you know, it probably would have been good to hook the power up before we got the guy in there. Alright, so yeah, here's the... Yeah, there aren't any lights in those rooms. Here's utility mode. Shows all the wiring. The green lines on the floor are the like power conduit things, and there should also be water, but it looks like there's not any water in this prison. I wonder how they take showers. Each building is connected underground, power grid, blah 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 cables. Alrighty. Here's our power station generator thing. Yeah, this whole wing doesn't have any wiring to it. So these power cables, oh, let me go utilities. These power cables, can I move the camera? You don't have to have them go all the way to where you need power. You can stop a little bit short and they'll run the smaller gauge wires out to where they need them. So like this next cell right here doesn't have any power. We can go like a couple of squares up the hallway and it should get those with these smaller wires. They just kind of automatically fill that in. Let me speed the time up here. As soon as the guys show up with the power cables. Nope, there's a guy. So yeah, you see it got like the next couple of cells like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and run this line all the way down to the end of the hallway and then all the way down to the outside here and then over to the electric chair. A lot of utilities, or not utilities, but a lot of objects in your prison are gonna have this like there's already a cable, like a piece of cable attached to it. That means you have to run this heavy power line all the way to the item. You can't just rely on it to wire itself. Okay, lights aren't the only thing that needs power. The electric chair does too. I know, I did that. Connect it to the grid, special type of thing. Yeah, I know. Connect it to the electrical supply. Alright, now let me zoom back out. Stupid thing. Okay, that's good. And go back where I was doing it. Speed the time up. Now what do I need to do? There it goes. Okay, so everything's hooked up. Almost done. Test the new execution room at least once. Yeah, they want you to test it because if we go over here to our power generator, this bar on the left shows like how much it's like how hard it's working. And right now it's like kind of up in the red. and when we throw the switch on our execution electric chair, it's pretty much going to shut all the power off because it overtaxes the system. And shut down. Yep, everything's off. That didn't work. Drew too much power. Alright, so now we have to cycle the power on the generator and build some capacitors. The capacitors basically allow it to handle more of a load. I think they're all already back on. Yeah, they're all on already. So utilities, we go to capacitor. They're 1,000 a piece. Oh, they want us to build them specifically in these spots. Can I build more? No, they don't want me to build anymore. And speed up the time. I think each capacitor adds one more little like section of see little like division lines on the thing. Yeah, each one adds one more. So the generator by itself has 1 bar, and then each capacitor adds 1 more. So it's the base one, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 4, 7. Now can I build more? No, it's not gonna let me build anymore. Alright. Test the chair again, click it on, and on. And off. Well done. Finish with the job. Try not to worry about what happens next. Yeah, now they go and electrocute the guy. This is the after he shoots the people. He goes up to the church. It's just a background story for this guy. Doesn't really matter. But he goes up to the church and asks the priest for forgiveness or whatever. And he tells him to turn himself in. Talks him into turning himself in to pay for his crime. It's kind of weird his hair color is different in every photo. It's like brown there, gray here, gray on his model. And throw the lever. Hopefully though when I build my prison I won't have to worry about executing anybody. what are we doing? Hello, game. Then we get to chapter 2. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here. Whoa, what is that? Oh, right, okay. Alright. That is really loud. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here. And I'm gonna go ahead and build my own prison. And, yeah, let's see. I'll probably just be playing this all day. I'll see you guys in the next video.